You're gonna sit way back there?
I thought that's what you were trying to do.
That's so far away.
I'm glad we're always on the wrong opposite page. Literally, our whole marriage is called opposite page.
That's not true.
Shit. I'm gonna sit on that hair-filled fucking
Cat bed.
cat bed.
What is this?
All my trophies are in storage, so it's nice to look at the two that I have out.
Oh, there's... Our belts are down there.
Yeah, they're way too buried.
All wrapped up in bubble wrap. Welcome back to our channel. We haven't been here for a while. We took a little break for the holidays and whatnot.
We may swear in this video.
To forewarn you.
To forewarn you.
If you are new to our channel, we swear quite a bit.
She swears quite a bit.
True story. So, today we're going to do a little question and answer. Some commonly asked questions that we have been asked recently, and some that have been asked to address in this video. Question 1. How do I get my delts to grow? In particular, my rear delts have a hard time putting size on.
That's a problem for a lot of people.
I don't have that issue.
I don't either. But why don't I have the issue? Because it's called A, mind to muscle connection, B, prioritizing that muscle when training, and C, it's technically like if you're doing muscle groups, say once every 7 days, you're kind of hitting them like twice, because on back day you'd hit your rear delts, and on shoulder day. Those are three things that definitely...
Form is huge with shoulders. Mm-hmm. Huge. Because you have such great range of motion in your shoulders that you need to be sure that you are targeting where you want to target in these particular exercises that you're doing. For example, a lateral raise. If you are way out in front, some people are, you're going to hit more front delt than actually like the side part. So if you start from your sides, you're going to get more side and a little bit in the rear. Same thing with like bent over, rear delt flies, anything like that for the rear delts. You need to make sure that your traps don't take over.
And another thing people do, they go too heavy for rear delts.
Yeah.
So if you're on an incline bench, you're laying on it, your arms are hanging down, you're holding dumbbells, you're doing reverse flies. People are grabbing like 40-pound dumbbells and they're swinging them. You know how much, I do those with like 10 pounds, 15 pounds, and those are friggin' heavy, and that's hitting my rear delts. They're on fire from those. If you're just too heavy, leave the ego at the door.
So when in doubt, start with super lightweight and make sure you can actually feel the muscles contract. When you can control that, then you can go up a little bit. When you can control that, you can go up a little bit. Only as long as you can control the entire set.
And if your rear delts are lagging, start with those on your shoulder day. I've been doing that for years just to help warm my shoulders up. On my shoulder day, I always start with like traps, whatever, always done that. And then, always rear delts first, pretty much 95% of the time. And helps to warm the whole shoulder up. It's prioritizing that little muscle back there, and seems to work. I got decent rear delts. Can't see now in this big old shirt, but I got some alright rear delts back there.
So is your little man.
Yeah, bro. Sweet, bro. Look at that rear delt, bro. Okay.
Good work. All right, what is the best time of the day to train?
Oh, it's each his own.
Yeah.
These sick bastards that are training at 4 a.m. Props to you, because these muscles aren't awake at 4. I do cardio early and abs or something, but training, I'm not awake.
Everyone is different. So really, first off, you have to go with your schedule. If you have a work schedule that you have to work around, you do what you gotta do, whether it's in the morning or afternoon for lunch break or after work, whenever you have the most energy to put into your workouts. That's when the best time to train is.
Yeah, everyone is different. And if you're training, the later in the day, the more food you're going to get in, which is going to be fuel, the more fluid you're going to be in, which means you're going to be more hydrated, your joints going to be more lubricated, and less chance of injury, and you should be stronger.
But for me, if I wait till too late in the day, then it almost goes against me. I have too much food and water in my system. I am too tired. My brain is fried from all the work that I've done all day. So I personally prefer to go after 2 meals. It's enough food for me, but it's not too much. I don't feel super bogged down. And I have good energy in the afternoon. So for me, it's like 10, 11, 12, 1-ish, anywhere in there.
I've trained at different times over my training career, but usually at least midday, or I used to train at night too. But yeah, I'm fueled, hydrated, usually ready to rock.
Yeah. All right. When to have a refeed meal? How do you determine when you need a refeed meal for one?
Oh, Jesus. When you get people that may be potential clients and one of their first questions is, do you do cheat meals? Oh, that's such a bad way to start the whole thing off, because we're instantly like, you're a fat ass, can you even diet?
Which we're complete fat asses, so we can relate, but...
Yeah. If you're in prep, is, a little different than if you're just kind of lifestyle, I guess. But in prep, it's when you're ahead of schedule. Maybe when your metabolism took a shit and you're not responding as well. Need a
little boost,
need a
mentally
mental
and physically.
reset, little boost. Those are good times to incorporate. And you gotta know, you can't go too ham. Don't think cheat meal and all of a sudden that turns into a day, because you can definitely screw yourself for sure.
And how about planning a refeed meal around training times? Personally, I prefer a refeed meal after a really hard training day, because I feel like it just refuels my energy stores. I don't like it before like a leg day, because I just can't. I feel too heavy, and I don't like that feeling, so I like to do it after.
Yeah, I prefer after. I think that's good for me too. Or
in prep anyway.
Yeah, or the night before, or day before a big, lift day you're gonna have the next day. Like if you're gonna do legs, maybe the day before, because your body's gonna take a while to digest.
Yeah, I don't like that as much, because I feel like I just feel heavy. I don't like that feeling.
Yeah, I'm alright then for the day after, the same day, and then training after. No, but I can do the day before.
So try both out and see what you prefer. Don't do like one and then go lift and then have another one, you fucking fat ass. So
fat ass.
Do like one before that week and then one after the next week and see how you do. All right. How about regular meal timing and training? When this particular person was asking how long after a meal should they train? And the answer to that is whenever you feel digested, but not starving, not ready for your next meal.
It obviously depends what your pre-workout meal is too.
How quickly it's digested.
If you're having something with lots of fat and carbs and lots of protein, then the fats are going to slow the carbs and you're going to be fuller longer. But if you went with something lighter, like a lean meat, and then a fast-acting carb source without a fat, then that's going to digest a lot faster, but it won't last as long. It's not breaking down as much. So I guess everyone's a little different with that.
So feel out your body and see how long it takes to digest before you're ready to train.
I actually prefer, I can train way better when I'm like hungry almost.
So, yeah, semi-empty stomach, yeah. That seems to be the trend for most of our clients. Some people like to eat and then like a half an hour later go.
Yeah, some people are sick with it, but no, I can't do that.
Yeah, because what happens when you train is your digestive system slows down so that it can push all the blood to your muscles so you can recover and get that killer pump. So it takes the blood away from your digestive organs to go into your muscles, so that's why your digestion slows down. So if you have a lot of food in your stomach and then you go train, you're going to feel like you have a rock in your stomach.
Blood's going there to try to digest it instead of to your muscles. So.
That's why we don't do intra shakes and meals, because they don't get absorbed and digested, people.
Everyone has their theory on that. You go, one person says one thing, one person says another. I don't know. I've never really done intra, and I'm good.
You have. Okay, so here's the thing. You have experimented with like literally every single possible thing you could think of.
Yeah. I have, but
it didn't last long.
No. I just I like to be empty when I train. I don't even drink water. I literally trained for like an hour and a half, busting ass legs, soaked 2 shirts, and don't drink.
I don't know how you do that. I definitely drink water.
Yeah, because I'm a fucking animal.
All right. When should I start posing?
Depends on experience level, A. If you're a newbie, pose as early as you can to get the most practice in, but make sure you're developing good habits from the start.
Yeah. So, if your coach does not do posing, hire a posing coach right off the bat. Even if you're a little fluffy. See, I have a hard time posing when I start prep because I feel a little fluffy, so it's a little discouraging because you can't really see the shapes going on. But if you are a newbie, get with someone who knows what the heck they're doing as soon as possible so you can practice good habits rather than picking up bad ones.
For sure. Myself personally, I start posing in around 6-ish weeks out, but you know.
But you've been doing this for years.
I have, but then I try to start, with like holding every pose for at least 15 seconds to start. I try to increase at least like 5 seconds each week. So by the end, I'm just, trying to hold them like a statue as long as I can. And I built up my endurance for that. So when I'm on stage, if you are on stage for a long time, you can hold your poses and you're not going to be, the person out there shaking, sweating, and really struggling to hold poses. Mm-hmm. So as long as you're on stage and you don't get any cramping issues or whatever, you should be good to go with holding poses. Mm-hmm. But in bodybuilding, it's so much. You're flexing every muscle in your body, and you're trying to control breathing, and there's so much to it. It is a little harder when you're softer to do them because you're not seeing things engage, so it's a little bit harder, but you should still practice.
And your stamina isn't built up like it is when you're in prep, so
yeah,
no, it's sure. The same for me as well. Bikini girls, I like to start pretty much when prep starts. I'll start playing around with poses a little bit, and then as you lean out, your poses change because you start seeing more shapes or things work a little bit better. Things look different, so. Yeah, but definitely 8 weeks out at the very least, I'd say.
Yeah, don't roll in a week out from the show and be like, I think I need some help with posing. We've seen it all. We have literally seen it all.
We have worked with people who do that, and it's very difficult. There's a lot. And we go over every single little detail. So when we teach posing, we start from the very beginning, walking. And then we add on front pose. And then we add on transition. So we make sure that you feel confident and that you master every single level before you get to the next step.
All right.
Stop. How long should I be practicing posing?
I already answered my end.
Well, kind of, yeah. So we suggest at least 10 minutes every day from the time that you start your practicing. Every day.
And, it's almost like cardio.
Yeah, make it a routine.
Sweating. I laugh at our bodybuilders and, whatever, even bikini girls, whatever. But, yeah, like sweating.
Yeah.
Breathing hard, like their cardio.
Work.
Yeah, it is work. It's hard. It gets more challenging as you get deeper in prep and you're so tired and you're so lean and whatever. But
yeah, so we say at least 10 minutes every day. Obviously, the more you have to work on things, the longer you'll have to hold the poses in practice. So, and yeah, like you said, when we start holding poses for 15 seconds and work our way up, adding 5 seconds every week until we're a minute-ish.
Yeah, should be up there for sure.
Because you never know how long you're going to be on stage holding those poses, so.
And play when you do them during the day when you are practicing. When I'm in prep, I like to do it fasted because I want my stomach to be empty. I want to be able to pull in, control breathing better. Because when I'm on stage, typically I'd have, maybe one whole meal-ish to 2 meals in me, but not super crazy heavy because I don't want my stomach to be super blown out. But you're also really dehydrated too, so it's a little different show day. But myself personally, fasted is when I like to do it. Plus, it's a little more difficult to do it that way, in my opinion. So, yeah.
Okay, when should I start prep, and how many weeks out? Are you asking us, or are you asking some of the retard fucking coaches that are out there?
You could tell everyone the same number, no matter what you look like or anything about it.
That's common with some coaches that we have seen and gotten clients from.
20 weeks. It has a ring to it.
That does sound very familiar.
Everyone, 20 weeks.
Most recent one I heard was 30 or 32.
That's a grind. Holy shit.
Okay, here's the deal. Everyone is different. Everyone. So it depends on how far out you look, how fat you are, essentially, how much you have to lose. Also, your experience. If you are a newbie, we tend to take people a little longer, depending on what they look like, because we like to go slow and see how their body responds. If it's people that we have worked with before, we know how their body responds for the most part. Every prep is different. Then we try to push it a little bit shorter. Now, mentality it comes into play with this a lot. Some people prefer longer preps, 16, 12 weeks, whatever, because they like to go slow and they like to feel like they have enough time. And personally, we like to make sure that people are ready before the show so that we don't have to kill you the last few weeks running into the show.
Yeah, but we gotta be careful with the long ones because some people will burn out. They burn out physically and mentally. They're so gung-ho in the beginning, which is awesome. We've seen it time and time again. You just, okay, you're cool now, but are you going to be that in, 16 weeks?
Let's think about this. 16 weeks is a long-ass fucking time.
I said you're in weeks, so it doesn't sound maybe quite as bad.
So
but
4 months.
Months to me makes it sound so much longer. You're like, 4 months? Holy shit. That's almost like, it's a third of a year. Like,
yeah.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
For sure. Unless, then you have sickos that can prep in no time.
Yeah, my first show, whatever was the first one, we talked about it at 8 weeks out, and then really I got my shit together like 4 weeks out. So I did a 4-week prep, essentially. You've done some crazy short preps, like 6 weeks.
Yeah, I can be ready for a show generally in 8 weeks to be safe. I could do it in 6, but I don't like to push it that hard. Yeah. That close, just in case. But yeah, everyone's different. Experience level definitely plays into that too. Yep. And
you also need to think about if you're doing multiple shows. If you're doing just one show, cool. If you're doing multiple shows, that extends your prep. So when I do a show in May, I don't want to start prep in January because I might end up doing another show in July. And that would be 7 months in prep. No thanks, I'm good.
What's going to happen in that time? Your body will stop responding, pretty much guaranteed. Or, and you're going to, really, you could really mess your metabolism up big time.
Trying to be that lean for that long.
And just your health in general. And especially people who are enhanced. Then they extend all that shit longer. Not a good idea. If you're going to do multiple stuff, I don't know. If anything, I don't think the first time competitors should do it. I think they should do one and done, in my opinion. And if
Unless they're close.
And if you're going to do ones, I think you should just, multiple ones, they should be closer together. That way you can kind of just, a week or two, maybe 3 weeks apart tops. And I think that's a lot easier.
That makes it easier,
For sure.
I think we should just save that question for another time. We're already at 18 minutes.
All right, last question. How does it feel to have a hairy vagina on your face? Well, it's different. She's a little gray. But, I don't know what they say, all the berries, sweeter the juice.
What? I've never heard that.
You wouldn't. She hasn't heard anything. No, she thinks I make it up. She just is living in a fucking cave half her life. She hasn't heard all these sayings. It's pretty funny. I don't know. She loves... I found out she might be a little bi. She likes hairy vagina, apparently.
No, definitely not hairy vagina.
Oh, it's horrible, the things I say to her.
Disgusting.
Rich has some good ones too. We share beer stories with our.
Shut up.
With our female.
Viking. Shut up.
Oh, it's bad. It's fun. I love you, honey.
Yeah, whatever.
Even
but true story. It's a lot of freaking work, that thing. And guess who gets to do all the trimming and clipping and make it pretty? Wifey duty.
Guess what? You're married to me, so your duties include shaving my back. Trimming my beard, cutting my hair, at least those 3. That's what happens when you marry a bodybuilder and then a hairy Viking stud man meat type one like this. She didn't know what she was getting into, but she's learning now. She loves it.
All right, that's all. Thanks for watching. Like this stinking video, subscribe, and comment below if you have any more questions.